Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are well and good. Continuation of my B part questions and trying to help you solve them and broadening your thoughts about what could be their answers and not just the mediocre answers that you get from the tuition centers. Now, why do the prophets sallallahu alaihi wasallam hadith link belief and action so closely? So, first of all, why do the prophets hadith? So, the prophets hadith, what do they? It does do something. It links belief and action so closely. And why does it do that? First of all, faith, manifestation in conduct. Your faith is manifested in your conduct. In other words, when your faith, your iman, is showing in your actions, it's the manifestation of your faith, basically. So, because what do we know? That when you have faith, it's going to show in your actions. And then you can see the second pointer is natural outcome. Now, one thing is that when you have faith in your heart and your faith is strong in your heart, your iman is strong in your heart, it's a natural outcome that it will have an effect on your actions. Then, motivation. The hadith, basically, all of the Prophet Prophet's hadiths are always motivating a person, motivating Muslims to perform beneficial conduct, in other words, amal salih. So it's always a person with a strong faith, with strong iman, and who is following the hadith also, the Quran and Sunnah, they will be motivated again and again via hadith. So it will be visible in their conduct. Another, if we, it removes hypocrisy also. When the Prophet's hadith links faith to actions, how? As hypocrisy is removed. What is hypocrisy? Hypocrisy, in other words, saying that I believe and I am a Muslim, and then your actions not acting upon it. When you are a practicing Muslim, it will be evident in your actions. So when your faith is visible in your actions, it will remove any form or any suspicion of hypocrisy. Humanistic. The Prophet's hadiths are all humanistic. If he tells us to do something, it's nothing that he's never going to say do something that is unnatural that we won't be able to do. All his hadiths and his practices are humanistic. They can be performed by any human. Best example, naturally, by following, if we have faith and then we follow the Prophet's hadith, the hadith shows us that the Prophet was the best example for mankind. We get the best example because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was mentioned by Hazrat Aisha that his character is the Quran. So when we believe firmly in the Quran and we follow the Prophet's hadith, it's mentioned in the Quran that Uswatun Hasana, that the Prophet is the best of example and his character is the Quran. So to bring our character, the best out of our character, we would follow the hadith. And then plus faith, bringing it into action. The hadith shows us the easy way. It's very easy because when you study the Quran, sometimes you become rigid. But then when you study the hadith, it's so obvious that it's so easy to perform the different rituals according to the hadith. So it makes life and practice and conduct easy. And then the hadith also has a variety in hadith in which your faith can be brought into action. For example, the way the Prophet prayed Salah, with his hands hanging by his sides, with his hands near his navel. He gave us different various ways, sometimes performing the Rafa Yadain, the raising of the two hands during Allahu Akbar, or sometimes not raising the two hands. Everything that is present in the hadith It shows that it gives us a variety of ways to practice our faith or bring it into action. And then everything, the hadiths show that anything that the Prophet has said is applicable. We can do it. It's not like it's something impossible.